the low-key Jimmy be right here. Hey, 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 you hear me? Hey, you hear me? Hey, you hear me? Hey, hey, what it is, what it do, it's your boy low-key Jimmy. Thank you for joining me at the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow me on the gram at LKJIMMY. Make sure you do that. We try to quit our job this year. Today, we ain't even gonna waste no time. We got Studio One up. I'm gonna teach you guys how to get those templates hidden right. So vocal templates, mixing template, beat templates, anything you see fit. We're going to teach you how to do it today and the best ways to accomplish those things. So without further ado, the first thing I want to teach you how to do, and this, honestly, I just got hip to this, but it's a life changer. Macro organizer. Macros in Studio One are super easy. So I already deleted the one I wanted to show you guys so I could walk you through it. So we can come to new, right? And this is so that we can add a track, but I'm going to give you some gems. Jimmy about to drop some gems on y'all, right? So check this out. So if we type in track, right, and I already tried to find this last time, but we're going to come down to the one that says, of course I can't find it again, right? This is crazy. This is crazy. We were looking for the one that says stereo track. And we learned it right here. Okay, I passed it. So when you go to track, add audio track stereo. Boom. We're going to hit that, right? And then we're going to also hit insert, right? So insert, add insert to selected tracks, right? Channels, right? Boom. We're going to hit that twice. So we're going to bring these over top of the audio track, right? So with this first one, this is going to allow us to put a plugin on that track when we make a hot command on the key, right? So I want to hit device, and then the first one I want to put on there is the one that I always tell you guys when you mixing. This is the plugin you want to use inside of not FL. This is a PreSonus only channel and machine, but we want to use Fat Channel. And we don't need to put a preset on it, but make sure you click that device so that it can load up, right? Because if not, it's going to be on the FX chain and we don't have anything, so it's going to be blank. Boom. And we want to do the same thing for device on that second one, but this one, I'm going to put a stereo imager on it because that's what we do over here. Boom. These are the two things that you need to mix a track inside of Studio One. You honestly can mix a track and make great songs, sounding songs with those two things. You got a stereo imager and you got the Fat Channel on there. You really don't need anything else, maybe some extras, but we're not going to worry about that because this is just the initial mixing of the track. We're going to name that add track, right? So boom, now we got that add track. So now we can hit OK and we see that right there. So we're going to refresh it. Boom. After that, make sure y'all come to keyboard shortcuts, right? Because keyboard shortcuts, we're going to type in add track, right? Boom. We got add track. So add track, we need to add a macro to this joint, right? I want to assign it to the number pad. Boom. That's the macro for add track. So when I hit the number pad, period, it's going to period. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to add. So when we hit add, we should see a Fat Channel and we should see a stereo track. Hopefully I don't get embarrassed and try to start this video over. It didn't do it, but we're going to figure out why. It's going to be super easy. So we can come to macro organizer, add track. We're going to make sure we have everything. Device, boom. Device, boom. So I don't want to do this over. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. There we go. There we go. There we go. So let's get this one out of there. So track one. So now we know what we did. So we went in there and make sure we hit all the devices and refreshed it. It probably just had to replicate. So now we hit period, boom. I don't know why I did that. Honestly, I don't know why it doesn't do the initial, that initial track doesn't do it, but whatever the case may be. That's how you set up your macros, right? So now let's say that we're going to shift, boom. Let's say that these are all drum tracks, right? I want all my drum tracks to be this. Green, I'm gonna put, let's say this is a kick. Let's say this is a snare. Not a spar, but a snare. Boom. Let's say this is a hat one. And then let's just say this is a tom, right? So what you want to do to get the most organization and efficiency is pack your folders. I pack my folders and I color code them the same way. And I will call this folder right here drums. So now I know, boom, my drums are in this folder. And I did that by right clicking and packing the folder. So that is very detrimental. I love packing folders. I love keeping things organized. So when you got a folder that's packed, everything's color coordinated, everything's leveled out, and you can do your gain stage in this way by selecting everything. You want to do right click while you have all of those selected, and now add bus for selected channels. Buses are very important when it comes to mixing your music and getting things to hit right. Boom, when you add that bus, first thing I do is color code it and name it drums. Boom. You could tell the difference between the drum bus and a drum track is because you see this emblem right here. Indicates that it's a track. This emblem right here indicates that it's a bus. See, the things are being routed to one channel. So we know this is our drum bus. That's self-explanatory right there. Now you can go in and kind of figure out what way you want to mix your music. So I do drum bus, and then if I have a vocal that I'm mixing, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I'll take this 7 one out of there because we learned that it doesn't populate on the first one for some reason. But now I know that all of these are going to be my vocal buses, right? My vocal tracks. I want my vocal tracks to be yellow. I'll name these vocal 1, right? Vocal 2. I know this is boring, but we're trying to make it as quickly as possible, right? Vocal 3 and vocal 4, right? So now all of these vocal buses, all of these vocal tracks has what? The fat channel and our stereo imager. Those are the two things that we're going to utilize. And the reason why we love fat channel, I'm going to honestly do a video about fat channel just by itself because fat channel is the plugin of the century. Trust me. We got a high pass filter that we could utilize for any track. We have a compressor that we can utilize for any track. And then we have specific compressors inside of here that are phenomenal. We have equalizers, which are also great. You got a regular graphic EQ, and then you have different types of EQs. And like I said, tap in, like, subscribe, and share because we are going to dig deep in, and I'm going to let you guys know what scenarios will be best for utilizing these type things. But either way, you have all of that, and then you can finish it off with a limiter. You got all of these, boom. What we going to do? Shift, hold, and click all of those, and we're going to send this add bus for selected channels, color coded, boom. Vocal, boom. We know that's the vocal bus, right? So we can go on and do this for the bass bus. We can do this for if you just want to have your horns on one bus. You want to be able to utilize mixing your horns all together, but you want to finish them off and have a final preset or have a EQ a certain way. That's the best thing to do because we can send all of these different tracks to one bus and mix them the same way. Let's see what else we can hop into. So as far as templates go, let's pack this folder again. Shift, pack folder, boom, color code. What's this was? This is vocal. So I'm not going to go in and do another couple buses and stuff like that. But what you can do, let's store FX chain, right? So on most of my songs, if not all of them, the first thing I'm going to put on there is a Slate Digital virtual mix rack, right? I love Slate Digital, everything, honestly. Those guys need to hire me as well. While that's loading up, because my computer is kind of slow, boom, I put a mix bus strip on there, and I usually put top and bottom, and then mix 3D. And obviously, these things can be tweaked, but these are where I'm starting off from. I also put a multi-band compressor from fab filter on there, and I use the dynamic goodness that I can tweak. When I hear the music, I'll tweak it from there, and I put a SSL compressor from Waves. These are just all my favorites, guys. These are not mandatory. These are not what you should be using. If you want me to give you vocal chains and master chains and mix bus chains inside of Studio One, I can do so. And then the last thing I usually put on there is an L1 compressor, right? I mean, an L1 limiter. And these are things that we can utilize and tweak. But the cool thing about it is, so you know how we did the macros, we can do the same thing for macro, but we really don't need to. What we can do is come down here and do, wow, did you guys see that the whole time? Y'all did. Yeah, y'all did. What we can do is come down here, store FX chain. And what that's going to do is, let's just say master chain, right? Boom. Now, the next time we in another project, we can come right here and push master. Boom. And it's going to load up. Boom. The last thing I want to show you guys, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And I probably am, and I'll probably make another video to utilize showing you guys that. But that's what we got today, man. That's how you make the macros. Showed you guys how to do that. Show you guys how to label and color code your tracks for organization. That's going to help you guys out in the long run. And then I also showed you guys Fat Channel, S1, and how to put your favorite plugins on those tracks. So you don't have to go in and do that every single time, because it does get old. And let's do this. The last thing I want to do is save as template. So we're going to save this as YouTube tutorial. That's tuto for tutorial. You hear what I'm saying? So we're going to save that and hit OK. Now, when we come to File, New Song, we got that YouTube tuto right there. You hear what I'm saying? So that's how you save your own templates. File, save as template. Set everything up first. Save as template, and then name it. You can replace them, name it, all that junk right there. Other than that, man, y'all be blessed. Tap in with me, like, subscribe, share, all of that. Love y'all, man. Peace.